Oh, please don't say that.
Hands in
Yeah, I wasn't gonna finish it. Wait, come on.
Oh, all of our
All
fun's
right.
over now. We're live. So
So
that
try to be civilized. Thanks.
All right.
that PR ring.
Just-
Let's do it.
This is part 2 of our battle day. Of our war against Asia. We did a little pre-scout last war. Here we are during war day, and as you can see, it wasn't even competitive. 102 to 56. Crying shame. If this lets you know how sad it was, this is their number 2 base in war. Just sitting here, the only Town Hall 10 3-star. And why is that, you ask? Because our number 32 hit this base. 3 stars. How pathetic is that?
Given his
Farming
max
base.
effort, man.
Yeah, farming days on war day. This is ridiculous. Didn't somebody else have a farming base out, Clem? Who else had
Yeah, I hit number 20.
one? So let's scroll down here to 20.
We can watch my beautiful attack.
So, speaking of a beautiful attack that we need to show live.
Oh, we're gonna show
Yo.
Wade's 3-star tonight. So all of the all of our current 0 viewers are gonna love your 3-star.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. All right. So let's watch Clam's attack on 20 real quick. Not to do him injustice, but I am going to times do this because it was pretty pathetic.
The attack or the base?
The base.
That's cool.
No, the attack was cool, but the
My
base
attack was
cool.
pathetic.
Yeah, so my plan was to take out those Inferno towers and the Queen, and then just send everything else into cabbage there. Brought a bunch of hogs. I didn't want to chance it,
Hilarious.
Gotta want it at this level.
I really wanted it, and so I used all my spells. And then, as you'll see, it was an easy 3-star. And I just, I had to get one. So. I kept my war streak alive.
Talked so much trash earlier on Twitch about how
Thanks, Huff.
about how you weren't gonna chance yourself. Like, I'm not gonna push myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and 3 this base.
Yeah, the guy really wanted to 3-star change his base right before the war. So that really threw me off. But I guess I'm just making excuses.
Right. All right. Now wait.
How long do you need to plan for an attack?
Well, I had the army
full
cooked
24
out
hours
about
ahead
10
of time?
hours beforehand.
Yeah.
I was ready to attack first minute, and it really took all the wind out of my sails. But why don't we watch Huff's 3-star because he's in the stream.
All right. Huff hit number 24.
24. And this is a beauty of an attack.
Yeah. I'm sitting at 248, by the way, JP.
Okay.
All right, you good?
Give me a second here. All right, you can go ahead.
All right.
So this is a base we talked about on Twitch yesterday. What you're going to want to do is intentionally circle the base, and as we'll see, that's exactly what Huff. He decided to start from the corner here, which is a very prudent move, considering the Queen was a little bit more difficult to get to than when we normally see this base. It has the Queen outside. So he lowers the CC because even though these guys put up terrible bases, they filled all the CCs inexplicably. He pulls the CC up to the corner. He's poisoning them. The wizards and the balloon are straggling behind the other troops, which are already dead at this point. But it won't cause him too much of a problem. He's got his golems down. He's got his witches down. He's going to end up sending 4 golems, 2 to each side. And he's going to try and get all the way around this corner, around the corner here, on both sides before he sends in his hogs for the core. So as you'll see, he kind of got a lucky break with the enemy queen here. To target his golem. And his king, it looks like his king's going to walk, right? And then the queen jumps 2 walls outside of the base, and his queen targets it and easily allows her to take her out. She decides to shoot that lava wall, which I thought they fixed, but hey, can't complain. His queen finally gets in. The enemy queen shoots her one more time, then she turns around and takes it out. And so now you see his troops are cleaning up around. The golems are still alive, doing a whole lot of tanking because the Expos can't even target them that far out. He drops a rage on his 2 golems and his heroes right there rounding the corner, and he's really holding these hogs to make sure they don't stray. And finally, everything passed all the way around the 2 corners, and he drops his hogs in 2 packs because he wants them to split to those sets of Teslas. He drops both heals in the core, and his 5 hogs on each side are just going to take out these 3 important defenses, while the rest of his troops are cleaning out the whole rest of the base. You see here he's got about 5 defenses left, and the hogs are even going to get back down there and help him out. So this is a pretty easy 3-star, and if you ever see this base, this is what you're going to want to do. The wait is over. Thanks for saying the Twitch is badass. You're on the Twitch. So as you see, he easily 3-stars this base, and we were talking a lot of shit about it yesterday, so it's great to see it happen live. Great job, Huff.
And this is like the 3rd war in a row we've seen this base, and I think we've 3-starred it 3 different ways, haven't we?
Yeah, so if you see this base, and then we can go ahead and show JD hit the same exact base and 3-starred it the same exact way. So if you ever see this base and you're one of our many viewers at the present time, this is how you're going to 3-star it. Look how many troops he has left at the end. What's up, Halligan? Halligan says, "What up, Scrub?"
Yeah.
So it's
All right,
just it's a pretty easy 3-star.
Yeah, what base was did
26.
hit?
JDZ had a 6-star war, so it was 27 and 28. So shout out JD, great war. He's been playing Eye of the Tiger during his war attacks in the background, really loud, and I think that's what's done the difference. I think that's really made the difference for him. He went ahead and got a 6-star war, so big ups to JD.
So he's one of our competitors right now for the House of L's Massive Hammer Award, aka the Battle Axe, for the best war attacks. So,
and just to interject, we definitely didn't steal the idea from Kent. Definitely didn't.
I have no idea where that came from.
So you can watch JD. He does the same exact thing on the same exact base.
Yeah, so I'm gonna speed this one up.
Just speed it up. Just speed it up 4 times, and I'm not even gonna commentate it again. The only thing he did differently is he held the hogs until very long into the attack, and I don't think it made too much of a difference.
Yeah, so just in case you were curious as to if Puffer was lucky or not with his attack, pretty consistent formula on this type of base. And unlike in Huffer's attack, the Queen did not jump all the way out, so he did end up using his jump spell to get his Barb King in there to take that out. But other than that, it was pretty much the exact same attack.
I really wish that we could get commentary at a quicker pace so that we can.
Yeah, so he's got his troops funneling around the base. He's trying to get them all the way around the corner before he drops the hog. He drops the jump spell. His king gets in there early, so that's a little bit different than what happened on Huff's attack. Everything's rounding the corners, and he's about to be done with the attack, and he sends the hogs in, and he only uses 1 heal, and it works out great anyway. So another great attack on this. The last thing's going to be the town hall, and all his troops are going towards it, and there it is.
All right. So who did you attack this war, Wade?
I attacked 44 and 38.
Okay, did you 3-star both of them?
3-starred 44 and 1.5-starred 38.
1.5.
1.5 stars.
Do tell.
The fabled 1.5 star attack. Fabled 1.5.
Yeah, I'm a 1.5-star master. So if you're wanting some pointers on how to get above the 1-star glitch that some people are just really stuck in it, I can help you with that, but I can't get you to the 2nd star. The 2nd star is a whole different story.
So I'm actually going to be right back. I'm going to let Wade commentate his own attack and talk about how great it was.
I can't see anything. Driving. I can't drive, commentate, and make fun of clams all at the same time.
Okay, all right.
That's fine. I'll talk about 44 for you.
All right, yeah, sure. Talk about Wade's attack. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
All right, so Wade decides to hog this base. And this is actually the first hog attack I've seen Wade do. And it actually ended up being a 3-star. So he comes down here by the canyon at the south and lures, drags the troops all the way up to the top with an archer. And he decides to get them nice and clumped up. And come on. Drops a poison. And then he stands here and he watches the troops die.
Time. Take
It's
my time.
actually pretty funny.
Not in a rush.
I noticed that. I watched you sit here for a minute just to do the lure, and I was like, really? Really?
It was either gonna work or it wasn't gonna work. So it's like,
All right,
need
so he
to
drops a
stress.
golem up top, drops a jump spell to get into the Archer Queen. And as soon as she shoots the golem, drops the Barb King, takes her out, and on the hog. So here's my thing.
Oh, Scrub, you're getting hit live right now.
Oh,
I
am I
missed
really?
it, though. We missed it.
Well, we'll see. I defended my first attack. Got a 0-star, 48%. So
nice, dude.
So-
That's good effort, though. You're knocking on the door. Knocking on the door.
yeah, so he brings the hogs in from the bottom. Now, the only thing I would say is I'd have probably brought the hogs in from up north to save his kill slot some. But those are pretty good heal placements. And he basically just crushes his base. There's nothing left. Needed to drop the cleanup whiz a little bit
So
earlier.
just a great attack by weight.
Yeah, he's just watching, admiring himself, as baseball players tend to do.
I will
Yes,
say
exactly.
this. I will say this. I made a point to drop 4 hogs right in the middle so that they wouldn't run over the really close double bomb set that was in the apartment.
And that was brilliant.
That was
I don't
actually
know.
a nice
Absolutely
touch.
brilliant weight.
I don't know if it would have changed at all, but I was worried about it, so I was like, I'm just going to run them right up the middle and just sacrifice those 4.
No, it was smart.
Very impressive attack. Yeah, you got to get your cleanup wizards a little earlier, but on this time it didn't hurt you. But it was pretty close.
Wait, hold on. You wanted me to do what better? What quicker?
Get your cleanup wizards down a little quicker. But it was a great attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
as you clean our area of the bases, and you notice there's no defenses over there, you can go ahead and drop down some wizards.
Yeah. I didn't get a full eagle on until I realized that all the defenses were down. Then I started laying them down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was admiring, like you said.
So who else had good wars? Let me see here. What did RM do this war?
RM had a
had a
6-star
war.
Attack. He had a nasty attack.
Yeah, RM did have a great attack. One on your scrub so far. What's up, Stoic John? How's it going, man? They just got a 1-star total scrub. It was a 43% 1-star.
Jesus. Oh, and by the way, if you're curious, I'm running an anti 3-star base, which you figured would be really easy to 2-star. This is the second attack they've hit me with, and as you can see, 1-star total. Kind of sad. All right, so which one should I show? 31 or?
Yeah, show 39 was cool. I didn't watch 31.
39. Okay, let's check out 39. All right. So this is a forum base. If you look right here between the air defenses and cannons, there's generally speaking double giant bombs there. This is around the town hall.
Oh, and for those interested, this forum base is Giza.
Oh, that's what the name of it. We had a debate on TeamSpeak earlier about that.
Yeah, Scrub and I have a little internal competition to see who can identify internet bases quicker. It looks like I win this round, but this is a very classic internet base, and it's complete shit. And RM really embarrasses it. He brings Valks and surgical hogs.
All right, I'm gonna start.
The utter shit base.
Shit
don't
base.
Use it. Don't use it. The original.
So just if you come up against this base in war, this is what you gotta do. And notice he has level 3 golems and level 3 Valks.
Right, and no queen.
And yeah, just his level 15 king. So no queen, not max troops. He even has level 5 barbs, not that really matters, but he absolutely obliterates this base. He gets the lure up top and takes out that mortar.
Oh, you're running.
And then he brings everything down. I'll speed it up a little bit. He brings everything down, he kills the CC, and he's going to come in right in the center here with his golem. He just drops the golem, sends the wizards in. He's got another golem coming in on the archer tower.
Yeah, here, I'll comment this because you're speeding past the Twitch stream.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's got his golem down south. The dragon locks onto the golem. He's got wizards taking out the dragon. Drops his other golem on the other side of the archer tower. Starts making his funnel. And what he's going to try to do is funnel his Valks, it looks like, right into the core. And drop a jump spell on that mortar to take out the Archer Queen and Barbarian King. And so he's got a second jump spill, you'll notice to drop on the back end of the core so he can get his Valks outside of the core and potentially trigger those double giant bomb spots so his hogs can run free. Drops a heal on the core to keep his Valks alive, and now he starts doing his surgical hog deployment. And you notice he only drops 1 on the splash damage and then 2 on the point damage. Because 1 splash damage tower is not going to kill a hog. And he just slowly starts letting them meet up, and he starts adding more hogs in as he needs to. And he's got a couple of hogs saved for the back end to see what survives. And the Valks, fortunately, and the Barbarian King take out the double giant bomb sets. So he drops his back end hogs, and it looks like a barb up top on the spell factory. And basically, this base is done for. And he's still got a golem that hasn't even broken apart yet. Barb King still got most of his health. Looks like he's got a few Valks still alive. Most of his cleanup wizards are still alive. So really, really clean attack by RM. One of the co-leaders in House of L. We're going to speed it up as all that's left is cleanup.
And again, level 3 Valks. Only his king. Just unbelievable attack.
Yeah. It's showed a lot of promise. Young guy, got a lot of upside. Can't wait to see what he does when he gets into his own.
Yeah. For those of you who don't understand
God.
that, Wade is asking for it. We're just looking forward to the next time that he's in war. What Wade is asking for it.
Why don't we show his attack on 31?
Alright, I'm sitting at 257.
Alright, I'm at 257.
Alright, play.
Alright, so RM's bringing all hogs. He sends 2 to lure on the archer tower on the west side. He takes it out, and then the hogs get in and get the lure. And as you see, it's a bunch of poisonable troops and then 1 balloon. And so RM's going to pull them out the east corner. He actually drops a barb to do that, and it doesn't work, so he drops them back over to the west corner. He's just trying to bunch them up, it looks like. And he poisons all the wizards and the archers in there, right where they're standing in the base. And then he's only going to have that balloon to deal with, so that's a great strategy. And so he got a balloon, and he just lured the last wizard into the poison just to make sure it goes down. So now all he has is the balloon. He sends in a couple wizards early, start making his funnel, and to lure the balloon out. The balloon's coming out. It only has a sliver of health left because the poison, level 3 poison, does everything but kill a max balloon. So he sends 1 minion in to finish it off because the balloon can't target the minion. He drops his king just to take out the queen, and then he starts bringing in the hogs here. His king easily takes out the queen. His bottom pack of hogs are taking out those center defenses, and they find a bomb there, but they're healed up. And then he starts sending them in around the base in small packs. RM is really good at surgical hog attacks, and this is a great example of one. Not too many hogs at any point are triggering a bomb, and that's great for a first attack when you don't really know where they are.
No, this was a cleanup. This was a cleanup on 31.
Yeah, no, I know, but I just wanted to say
Yeah,
that.
but no, it was kind of obvious where the bomb spots were, because when you look at a base and you don't see any double giant bombs, kind of makes hoggers breathe a little bit easier. So.
And so you'll see he has a fair number of hogs left at the end of this. They're fighting with the skeleton traps. They take him out. They take out the king. And he still just has a large group of hogs left, and his cleanup wizards are going around the base. You'll see that there is a CC wizard that didn't get lured. It's down south, but it's just so far into the raid it doesn't even matter at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
So it's just clean up at this point. We'll do about 2 times, right?
Yeah, we'll do 4. There's not much left.
Okay. And so they take out the wizard, they get into the core and take out the town hall, and from there it's just gravy. So great war for RM, a 6-star war. He's one of our vets. He's a great attacker, and it's great to see another 6-star war out of him.
Yeah. And if you look at this, brought 45 hogs on this base. That lets you know that your base sucks. 45 hogs.
Didn't even need a golem.
That's a lot of hogs. A lot of hogs. He was talking about it in chat, and it was absolutely hilarious. And is nobody going to go live today for me?
Yo, Bar Ben, you should go live, man.
Go live, dude.
Give me about 30 minutes.
How's your comp looking? All right, so Bar Ben is going to hit B4 for us. We're trying to talk him into hitting it live. He's going to hog this base, and we already know where 2 of the bombs are. There's a bomb right here by the sweeper in front of the archer.
What's up, Razor Blade?
And there's a bomb over here by the air defense. So hopefully we can get Barbim to hit that. He's trying to play shy with us.
Razor Blade is Foxtrot from SOAS.
Oh, what's up, Fox?
Oh!
So he stopped in to say hello, so I figured the Zero in you would want to say hello.
Yeah, this is Zero from SOAS Fox, in case you didn't know. So, but yeah. All right.
Sure
Who else had some nice attacks?
We can watch JD's other attack.
Wait a second. Before we do that, I want to watch Edge's attack.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about this one.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a base that we saw in war. It's an awful base.
User disconnected from your channel.
They've got level 2 weight lift. They've got level 2 air defenses. The guy that attacked this is our number 50 in war. He's a Town Hall 10 with no defenses, and he has level 5 dragons. He bought 12 dragons, 1 Barb King, and 5 rage spells. I just thought this was funny because when I saw this,
I just don't really get where this guy's coming from with the way he's upgrading. He's got a 24 king, a 29 queen, all Legos, and he's getting on his lavas. His defenses, well, his expos are max, his wizard towers are max, his mortars are max, his archer towers are max, and he's got a couple cannons left. But he has level 2 air defenses, so I just don't really understand his motivation for the way he's upgrading his base. It just allows someone like Edge with a level 1 king, just dragons, to come in and 3-star Town Hall 9. It's just, I don't know what this guy's thinking, really.
It's always nice when you're 50, you can go from 3-star to 35.
This attack is pretty indicative of this war. It was a pretty terrible war. But it's great to see Edge get a 3-star on the Town Hall 9 with such high-level heroes, even. So good for you, Edge. Taking advantage of the stupidity of that guy.
And you wanted to watch JDZ's second attack.
Yeah, JDZ and his Eye of the Tiger got him a 6th war.
Was it 26? We watched 27 already?
27. We either watched 27 or 28. We watched 28, and it's on 27.
Okay. All right, let's replay.
So this is another base we talked about yesterday on the stream. We said you should hog it. All right, yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you wanted to stone Goho this from the south.
Yeah, I would have probably done a stone. Did a great job with what he did here.
Yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and play.
It looks like he might have brought this in actually. So I'd press play here.
Yeah, I'm at 217.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. There we go. Okay, so he drops both his golems, one on each of the outside cannons. Yep, and starts his wizard funnel. And he's just being real patient, make sure his funnel gets started.
He's going to try and take out these cannons with the wizards, which is really smart. And then the golems are... His left golem actually walks on him. What he wanted was for both of those golems to go into those center archer towers, and the right one does. And he drops up his max golem. So he does end up doing a stone, but with that golem walking, it seems he didn't necessarily need it. Because it didn't do too much for the raid. As you see at the top left, it's already taken out. So he poisons the CC, but that balloon's doing some serious work on his other level 4 golem. His queen ends up taking out it looks like his wizards took out the balloon. He's jump. His golem and his king go in. His king takes out the queen, and then he starts his hogs up from the back end. On a stone, you want a nice big push, and then you can use the hogs on just the other side, whereas usually with 2 golems or 1 golem, you generally want to flank them. But so his hogs are just coming in. They're going to meet in the middle with his remaining golem, which is tanking for that expo, which is great. There's a couple defenses up top still left after these hogs take out the core, but they're going to run right through a heal after they take out the expo, and then they take out the remaining defenses around the outside. His queen is still up and almost full health, which is the sign of a great attack. And he drops his cleanup troops around the base. He's got a golem wizard up top, a wizard on the dark drill. He's got a couple goblins running around. His wizards are in the core already, taking out the town hall. And this is just a beautiful attack. It's a beautiful 3-star.
Yeah, didn't even use the queen ability. Nice. We'll speed up for the cleanup.
Nate says he probably shouldn't have done a level 16 queen, and generally I would agree, but with this base, it seems it definitely didn't matter.
Yeah, we kind of treated this as a fun war because once we saw all the forming bases out, we were like, okay, this is going to be kind of boring.
All right, let's see what else we got. What did Ricky Bobby bring? Ricky Bobby attack number 30.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Another nice hog attack here. It looks like a more traditional shattered hog.
Yeah.
And this is
All right.
another base. It's clearly an internet base. Just looking at it here.
Yeah.
You had
Sit
a
at
244.
245.
All right.
Yeah.
Play.
Okay. Good.
All right. So he drops a giant here and a couple hogs. It looks like 4 or 5. He's going to take out the top archer tower. The hogs are going to come down and get the lure, and they're going to take out the wizard tower as well, which is they're pulling double duty, which is great to see. And he's going to pull the troops out to the west corner with 1 archer. And as you can see, it's the same CC. Even if you're not in, a high-level war clan, you want to try and avoid having the same troops in every CC because it just becomes so easy when you know what you're dealing with. So he drops his golems pretty spread out here. 1 is on that exposed cannon on the south, and 1 is up in the north on that archer tower and mortar. He drops his queen. The queen takes out the balloon, and his witches and queen are pushing in. He drops the wall breakers right in between the 2 golems, and they reroute, which is great. That's exactly what he wanted. They looked a little far. I was a little worried they weren't going to reroute, but they did. His king and his golems and his whole push is moving inward. He drops the jump spell. The king gets in there, takes out the enemy queen, and it looks like he's going to do work on the enemy king as well here. Ricky Bobby has a level 30 king, so it ends up taking out both heroes. He sends his hogs in on the backside. They get a little bit low on health, but he ends up healing them just in time. And as you can see, his kill squad is still in the core. His level 30 king is still up doing work. And his hogs, he's got great heal placement there on the right to take care of that bomb and still have him for the expo. The double triggers 1 at a time, which is just perfect. He drops his last heal, and all his troops are converging together on the remaining defenses. His wizards are already doing cleanup. His witches are in there doing cleanup. This is just a great attack by Ricky Bobby. Another example of why a really symmetrical base just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's quite awful.
So he pretty much obliterated this base. It might have something to do with the fact that he has a level 30 king, but hey.
You get what you put the time and effort in for, man.
Use what you got.
Yeah.
So
a nice 3-star by Ricky
this
Bobby.
attack's completely over. You can speed it up for the cleanup here.
No, I'm done.
All right,
yeah.
Great attack.
Once I looked
Ricky
up
Bobby.
and saw cleanup Wizzies down, I was like, it's over.
So that's a great attack. Good job, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, so let's show a fail. I managed to mess around and fail on 22. So I'm a Laloon guy. Somebody hit 22 before me, and I decided that just looking at it, it was going to be a pretty easy, cold-blooded Laloon. I'm going to preface this with saying that I had some pretty shit rage spells on this war, on both my attacks. So, just looking at this base, though, I was going to come in down here by these defenses right here between home and first. Really easy to make my funnel. Nothing's really there to attack anything, so I can funnel at the Dark Barracks and the Elixir Collector, and just jump right into the Archer Queen and an air defense. And figured it was going to be a pretty standard Laloon, but like I said, went around and messed up my rage placements and didn't quite get the 3-star. So I'm sitting at 3 minutes 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. You can just go ahead and commentate your own attack.
Probably better Appreciate that. And yeah, so I always take a few seconds when I get into a raid to make sure I've got everything, and if I don't, I'll make adjustments. So I went ahead and dropped my wizards because there was literally nothing targeting those things. So I was going to drop them on, put my golem down, Archer Queen down. Got a couple of minions down on the gold line, just in case my Archer Queen decided that she wanted to walk around. Saw my golem jump, waited a little bit for him to draw the CC, then put down my king because I didn't want the CC targeting my Barb King. Poison spell was right on point. Also popped some skellies, which was nice. I guess it was a bonus, but I was doing an air attack. King didn't quite get the air defense like I wanted to, but luckily for once, my Archer Queen did what I wanted her to do. As soon as I saw it go down, decided to make a push over here on the left side. Started seeing Teslas pop up, so I put one loon on the Tesla, a couple of loons on an Archer Tower. I misplaced some loons over here. Didn't really want all my loons to go on that Archer Tower, but they did anyway, so I had to make adjustments for that. Could have put the Rage Spell a little bit deeper right there. And then this is where I start messing up Rage Spells. This Rage Spell right here, the second one, I needed that to be a little bit further, I guess, west it would be, and get it going. But I didn't get those loons rage, so they were kind of slow getting over here to this air defense. And then as a product, they didn't quite get over here to this third air defense fast enough. They didn't get moving that way, so I ended up dropping my last rage spell a little bit earlier than I wanted to. And my loon displacement wasn't that great on this attack, but you know, with a little bit better rage placement, this should have been a 3-star. I ended up with plenty of pups still in the air. It was just bad rage placement, really, because I had plenty of loons at the end. I had to drop the extra loon that I had for that Archer Tower on this Tesla over here. And as you can see, it just kind of fizzled out on me. I ended up with an Archer Tower and a Tesla still up, but that's enough to basically ruin a raid. I ended up getting high 90s on it. So probably if I had to do it over again, I would say I need to drop the rage spells a little bit better next time. And not misdrop loons, I would say. So you misdrop a loon here, misdrop a loon there, next thing you know, you don't have enough loons for the back end. And that's how you end up with a 94% 2-star. So that's how I looked war, pretty much. So yeah, kind of sad about that. I don't know what I did on my first attack. I can't even remember. I attacked right after I got home from work and then passed out. So these wars generally don't work out well for me when I have to wait until after war to attack. So as you can see, I got a 72% 1-star on 23, which was right after work. And then on my second attack, when I had more time to be asleep and look at the base, did considerably better. So that was that. Yeah. So, all right.
You want to show some more 3-stars?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Let's show some lower guys.
Okay, we'll start.
Yeah.
Who's down low?
Charlie Trees had a good one. You watch that.
All right, yeah. So these are. Well, I want to show the D on 50 first, real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just start at the bottom and work our way up. No, never mind. I lied. 50 left their base out too. So that's kind of unfortunate. So that's the third base so far this war that's left their base looking like this. Kind of disgusting when you see that. I understand the concept of war farming, but it's just not conducive for those of us who actually take pleasure in warring. So, and it looks like this is a rush town hall anyway. So, okay. You said Charlie. Yeah, Charlie Trees on 47.
47.
All right. All right. I'm sitting at 3 minutes 3 seconds.
Give me a second. All right. Go ahead. All right. So Charlie Trees is bringing another hog attack. A lot of hog attacks this war. He sends 2 hogs on that cannon there to lure. He gets the full pull, which is, it looks like it. Yeah, there's the giant out of there. And the balloon. That's how you know. He pulls everything over to the west corner. He's got his 2 witches and a wizard working there. And I'm sure he's going to drop his poison. There it is. Take out all the small troops. And as always, the balloon is lagging behind, this time with a giant. So I guess they did switch it up a little. That's my apologies to this clan. The wizards and the witches are taking out the giant. Looks like they're getting kind of close to the witches, which is never what you want. That one witch is low on health. And the witch just gets mortar shot. He has to drop a couple more wizards. And he drops off his golem there. He just starts his attack because there's not too much working on. He's got the max golem from the CC over on the right next to that gold cannon. And he's got his own golem next to the mortar. He drops his king and his queen. They finish off the CC troops and drops the jump spell. His golems reroute into the base. You see that level 7 queen. She's already interested. his king gets in there. He's lagging behind, and he's hitting the enemy king first. Takes out the king. He's still got full health. That's perfect. And you see 2 more wizards come out of the clan castle, which can be dangerous. And as you see, his golems are just getting shredded. But he ends up taking out the queen. He's got 2 golemites left, and he sends the hogs in with a 2-finger drop on the cannons. And because of where that archer tower is placed, they just won't even path up there, which is great because I'm sure there's a spring trap or 2 in that compartment. He ends up triggering the bombs one at a time. The hogs go up and take out the archer tower and don't go into the empty space. His because golemites are still tanking, and his hogs are coming down, taking out the rest of the base. He's got 1 heal left. They go down and take out the expo, and that's pretty much going to do it. He's got a lot of hogs left and not too many defenses. His king is still standing, which is a sign of a good shattered attack because he flanked his hogs well enough that his kill squad was supported and he got to stay alive. A bunch of the hogs get sprung, but he's got 2 small packs left and only 1 defense.
Yeah, so,
he takes out the wizard tower.
I got a question with this tag. Yeah, because it's basically over. He's just got cleanup left. So I never understood.
So great attack by Charlie Trees.
Yeah, for sure. But why do people bring a kill squad and then drop the poison on the kill squad? Because I would say if you're bringing a kill squad with a hog attack, yeah,
you can use it on the skellies.
Yeah, I would use it on the skellies for sure. So
yeah,
if I had to say anything, I would say that.
I would agree. And especially when it comes down to where there's a balloon and the giant left, and your poison can't take those out. So there was 2 wizards at the end of the raid also. So I think he would have been well off if he'd used it on the skellies. In time, he could have saved his witches and wizards if his kill squad had done their job and he had dropped his queen early enough with them to support it. His witches could have been full health and followed his kill squad into the base. So I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this again. But
poisoning the skellies is always a good move.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this again real quick and just so people are seeing it. So when he comes in and he gets his CC pool and he drags them over here, right here, he's got his witches down, got wizards down, got the CC walking that way. And generally speaking, if you look over here, you kind of want to put your archer queen down behind your witches right over here in this corner, just to give some extra firepower there. And it keeps your witches alive and it helps with the cleanup at the end. And if you're bringing a kill squad, I would say probably hold your poison spell.
And since you're usually doing your kill squad,
yeah,
if you can help it. Hog deployment was great. He triggered the doubles 1 at a time, even though they're not very well placed doubles. And it was just a great raid by Charlie Trees. He adjusted to the CC not going down, and he ended up crushing it at the end. He's got what looks like 10 hogs left, so good for him.
Yeah, just a little minor tweak, though. I'd probably say just want to keep your archer queen down.
That's a good teachable moment.
Yeah. All right. But still, a great attack by Charlie Trees. He brought home a 3-star. Can't complain too much. All right, next up, we already watched Edge. Well, no.
We can watch Ranger.
Yeah. See what Ranger's doing. We know Edge is
29.
coming in. We know Edge is coming in with dragons. So that's kind of all he's got.
Yeah, we already caught his better attack, so.
All right, let's see what Ranger's got here. I'm sitting at 255.
Yeah. So this is a white flag base. Anyone who was watching yesterday, I was talking about Falconet. He did a little bit of a modified attack, and it was very interesting, and it's great to see. He uses Quakes. At Town Hall 9, generally, I would say that those Quakes are tough because it doesn't leave you too much spell space. Those spells are valuable at Town Hall 9 for these 3-star attacks. The Golem in the corner there and takes out the Tesla. That was a bit of a surprise that a Tesla was there.
Yeah, I haven't even started.
And he drops his other Golem.
I hadn't started yet.
All right, my fault.
You were scouting the base, man. I sat here, pause. I was waiting for you to get done.
All right, give me a second here.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 255. I apologize.
What's up, DP? All right, you can start it.
All right, there you go. Go for it.
So, as you can see, he uses his Quakes. And he just uses them right on the corner of this white flag base. And, if you're using an internet base like this, you should really think about the updates, how it's going to hurt your base. Because it's already a terrible base. And then it just gives Ranger just another way to 3-star it, man. So he takes out that Tesla, like I stated earlier. He drops his second Golem. He's got them on the Wizard Tower and the Archer Tower. He's kind of just trying to take out this whole bottom corner. He's got his witches and wizards working on the right, and he sends his... so he's trying to get a big push with his witches and wizards, so he brings the 3 golems. He ends up taking out those bombs, and they were where I thought they would be. And then he sends in just a huge supporting group of wizards. and heals them in there. Gets the CC lure later into the raid and poisons them, and he's got about 10, 12 witches in there, and it just crushes it instantly. His golems are tanking. The enemy queen is still up, and he just finally drops his heroes on the other side because the witches and the wizards are going to take care of the queen easily. So his king and queen and Valks are just doing cleanup around the base because his push got him deep enough into the core that he didn't really have to worry about that. So he's got his golem tanking and a bunch of wizards shooting from in the core outward, and then his king and queen and 2 Valks and a few wizards straying around the outside. So this is just a very good split up attack. And then on the bottom right, you see he's got 1 witch in that compartment, and the only thing to note is that there's a Tesla in that corner. The witch is taking out the gold storages, and his heroes are making quick work of the other side of the base. He goes up to the top corner, and he's got so much supporting troop left here. He ends up taking up that corner. That witch is still alive down south. And his golem is just been against a wall over there below the rest of the supporting troops in the north. He's only got a few defenses left here. It's looking like an easy 3-star.
Yeah,
he's got so many wizards still alive. He's got witches still alive.
Yeah, one thing to note about bases like these, when you look at a base and you notice that it's got these storages sitting in the corners like that, and there's room for a Tesla, just keep an eye out for that. Because
yeah, I wouldn't have expected them in the corners, and that honestly would have probably messed up my raid had I hit it the way I expected.
Yeah, because when you see it like that, that's like a perfect spot
an
for
interesting
a Tesla.
tactic.
Yeah.
And it just only works once. That's the thing about these outside Teslas, is if you're thinking about putting them up, just don't. Because had this attack failed, the second guy could have come in and taken them all out quickly before the raid even started. And then you're down 4 Teslas, which is one of your best defenses.
Yeah, and they're high-level Teslas, too. Like, they're max for Town Hall 9, so there's no reason to have them outside your base.
If you have your Teslas outside your base and they're max, you're just asking to be 3-star because you're an idiot.
Oh man, Ricky Bobby cleaned up my attack and 3-star 25, so we can watch that. A 6-star war for Ricky Bobby. Good job, Ricky.
Oh, jeez, it's gonna be fun choosing the battle box. 25. All right, let's see what Ricky's doing. All right, I'm sitting at 247.
All right, me too.
All right, Ricky Bobby looks like he's gonna hog this base.
Yeah. So Ricky Bobby's gonna hog. Why don't you go ahead?
All right, real quick before we start the replay, what did you do to this base? You brought Valks, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. So anyone who was watching yesterday, I talked about base 24, which was a flower base at the time, and it turned out I had all that time scouted, and I was talking all this trash about the base, and the guy ended up changing it about 2 minutes before war, so that kind of threw me off, but I still wanted to hit right away. So I just did a quick scout on this base and figured I'd keep the same comp. I had Valks and Hogs. So I brought my Valks from between home and first base in that compartment with the Wizard Tower, the Archer Tower, and the Cannon. And what happened with my attack is I didn't really pick the right side to come in at. The Valks, instead of jumping into the core, jumped to that sweeper and air defense in the south. And then they tried to beat through the wall instead of taking the jump. So the Valks kind of died in the water. And that does not bode well for a Valk attack. They're pretty much your most important troops. So I ended up getting a 1-star on the base. But it looks like Ricky Bobby just brings a straight hog attack and does a great job with it. So let's watch what he did.
All right. So we got Ricky Bobby here. He drops his golems up. It looks like doing a shattered attack, and he's going to come straight at the Archer Queen and the King. It's a nice funnel going. Army camps are real nice to start your funnels because they're such big spaces. Makes it real easy. So he gets everything broken in, sees the CC here. Drops his poison. He's got his king beating against the enemy Barb King. And he's got a jump spell down to get everything moving in towards the Archer Queen. Golems start to wander for a second, and they take the jump. King takes the jump. He rages the king into the Archer Queen, takes her out, and starts his hog deployment from up top. And it looks like he's deploying them in a way where they just loop around the base in the ring. His Archer Queen has wandered off. She's shooting a storage. She likes to do that from time to time. And basically, he's just going to be real patient, waiting to put his heal spells down, see where the bombs are, as he's still got some Golemites taking X-bows. And so they start to get a little low in health, so he drops a heal spell there. real nice value, covered a bunch of defenses, and all his hogs are still sitting in hill spells even while they beat on other things. And then he's waiting. Some hogs get spring, and then he's got little skellies following his hogs around. But basically, they're running the loop. And if you look, he's also already started dropping his wizards down to get cleanup going as he
Which is
cleans the ring
important.
out. Yeah, that saves you precious time at the end of hog raids because that tends to be the biggest killer of hog raids or spring traps in time. So the last two defenses are an Expo, which is going down now, and the Archer Tower. And so he's got plenty of hogs left over. They're going to turn around and whack some skellies real quick and then start helping with cleanup. So we're going to speed it up. And looks like probably the last buildings that are going to go down are going to be the storages up top. But he might have wanted to drop a wizard up there on those storages, but it happens sometimes. But definitely dropping those wizards down early definitely helped him save some time on the cleanup for sure. Because basically, once you get all your hogs deployed and you start dropping heal spells, there's no need to watch your hogs right after you put a heal spell down. So, especially if they're not over a double set. So, you'll want to put some wizards down. Because if you get stuck watching your hogs, you'll look up and there'll be like 45 seconds left for your hogs to clean up stuff, and you still haven't put wizards down. And it usually ends badly. One of the reasons why I don't really like doing ground attacks is because I always forget to drop wizards. Whereas with air attacks, the pups start cleaning up as soon as a hound burst. So, yeah.
So just another great attack and a good 6-star war for Ricky Bobby.
See what our Town Hall 10s did this war.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got DP up here taking out the number one base.
That's weird.
So their number one base had 40-40 heroes. I believe we talked about this yesterday, and this is a Town Hall 9 base layout. But with DP, base layout doesn't really
I'm sure
matter.
DP watched our past cast so he could get a good scout.
All right, let's see what DP did here. Let's start play. DP likes to bring a lot of golems on his attack. He's a ground and pound type guy. So, and he came from the west side, it looks like. He's got 2 golems on the cannon, a golem walking around towards the Archer Tower up top, and one down south. Got a nice wide funnel going for his troops. And he drops the Quake spell right on the Wizard Tower, like we were talking about. He just chose a different one. And again, with symmetrical bases, pretty much just makes it easy to come from whatever side you feel comfortable with. So he's got Valks and Witches running towards the core. He drops his Queen down. Drops a Rage down in the core and a free spell to keep his Valks alive. Drops his Poison on the CC. Being real patient to drop his King in. He wants to make sure it gets in and gets going towards the Archer Queen and the Town Hall. And you got Golemites up in tanking form. Drops his second freeze, trying to keep his cleanup troops alive so he can make sure he gets that extra percentage. Because it's pretty much a given with max heroes that he's getting the Town Hall now that he's got a clean path into it. Like the Loon up top to try to free up some percentage so he can drop his minions up there. And his heroes are taking out the Town Hall now, and he's already sitting at 41%. Still got the Archer Queen ability left. Looks like a really clean attack from DP. Didn't look like he had any problems with it at all. Got a minion sitting on the gold storage. Minion on the builder hut. Well out of range of anything that's going to shoot air. Looks like it's going to be real easy to get to 50%. A nice 2-star by DP. I'm just going to let him clean up. Oh, he had Giants left over too. I didn't even realize that. That's nice. Real convenient. 53% 2-star by DP against max heroes.
Great attack, DP.
Yeah. Ooh, Lowe's getting hit live. Let's see what they're doing. Looks like it's going to be a farm attack. Let's get out of here. There you go. Yep, just destroyed the Town Hall and got out. Okay. And one of the 3-stars in number 2.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. Let's you want to watch it?
I mean,
It's Wonder. It's our 32.
Yeah, we'll give Wonder some love. Right, I will put it at 2 times speed. I probably won't comment on it.
Yeah, we'll just let it run. But just another easy attack on this base. But it's just interesting because Wonder has a level 7 Queen and a level 10 King, and he came up against max heroes and a max defenses Town Hall 10. So he pretty much took it out with a bunch of giants down south for the point defenses and splash damage, and then balloons up top, of course, to take out all the ground defenses. And he makes short work of this base. A couple of Valks in the Cabbage Patch, Wizards and Giants.
Just wandering around, having fun, playing games, you know.
So I'm sure Wonder's going to get a lot of loot at the end of this.
Oh yeah, he's going to be sitting pretty for sure.
A nice attack.
We don't normally do loot raids, but you know, every now and then a couple of guys who've been working really hard at their attacks, trying to get their attack strategies up, and been asking for help and been learning and growing. When we see something like this, and especially if they got their attack in early and did a good job, we don't mind letting a couple of our lower guys hit it.
As long as they get the stars, that's the caveat. We want them to try for 3 on these bases.
Yeah, for
sure. At the end of the day, it's not about the loot; it's about the war stars for the team.
Yeah, and he just added 3 more to his build, so I'm kind of proud of him for that. Coming in at number 3, we got Big Fry. I'm sitting at 231. I'll let you comment this one.
Hold on, I was doing donating.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
glad you are. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
All right, so it looks like Big Fries bring a whole crap load of golems, which is something you'll see at high level Town Hall 10. Obviously, the attacks commentary is not going to be as in depth as I am a Town Hall 9 who never wants to go to 10. He drops a minion on the dark storage, get the percentage easily. He's dropping troops around the corners to get those easy buildings. He starts dropping his golems in from the east corner. He's got 5 of them in there right now. He's breaking in on the left. Now he's breaking in on the right, so he's going to try and pretty much segment the attack and try and cover as many defenses as he can with his golems. He sends his smattering of wizards and witches and drops the CC full of wizards and witches as well. He poisons the CC until they don't do too much damage on the golem, and his wizards are going to get in and take out this balloon. He drops his heroes in, and they both start going to the right here. His king first and then his queen. But his golems are moving into the core with that jump, and so are a bunch of the wizards. He drops the jump and the freeze, and his king gets way deep there into the core. And he drops a rage on his king and uses the ability, and then he freezes the back Inferno Tower. So that was a great strategy by him. And then by the time the freeze is over, the golems are going to be in front tanking. So his king's going to go down. His queen is still on the backside taking out buildings. He's already over the 50%, so this is a great 2-star by Big Fry. And he's got a couple minions in the bag. It looks like he won't need them at all. His queen is still kicking. Those high-level heroes really do some work.
Yeah, we're going to speed it up because he's got the 2-star. Might use the minions to get a couple extra percentage. Yeah, real nice attack. Big Fry.
Got up, Big Fry.
Really easy. Yeah. So 56% by Big Fry. See here. Oh, DP, he got 47% on number 4. That's real close. Go ahead and watch. Yeah, let's watch that and see what happens.
We're gonna watch it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched this one either.
Okay, I'm at 3 minutes. He just dropped a golem.
All right, he dropped his golem. It's doing tanking for those 3-point defenses right there. He drops his 2nd and 3rd golem and 4th golem. So he's trying to take out the whole west side of the base here. Which is, you really want to blanket the base with your golems, try and tank as much of the high-level defenses as you can. And this guy has a level 40 queen and only a level 25 king, so another interesting way to upgrade your heroes. He jumps his golems. He does a double jump from the west, and he jumps his 2 golems. One of them stays behind, and his Valk's in. And everything starts to stray, but then the CC gets pulled, and so all the Valks and king and everything go into the CC. But that balloon did a little bit of damage, it looks like. His king is not full health. I can't see in the heat of the battle how many Valks he has left from that initial push. He freezes that first Inferno and takes it out with his queen. And it looks like everything is focused on the Town Hall, everything he has left. He's got a Golemite, a Giant, and a couple Barbs and Archers, and maybe a Wizard or 2. His king is still in there beating on him. He just goes down. DP drops the back end freeze, and his queen's going to take out the Town Hall. But now everything's going to end up focusing on her because there's nothing to tank left. And even a 40 queen with an ability isn't going to get you 20% of a base that has that many defenses. So it was just a tough one for DP. He got real close. He's got the back end Wizard coming out on the east corner. He's got 3 minions and 2 archers in the bag as well. He's going to try and pick up the extra percentage, but it's going to be tough to get to 50 just because there's so many defenses still standing and not too much trash on the destroyed side.
Yeah, so we're going to speed this up a little bit.
And he did a good job dropping the minions, but at the end of the day, they got to go in range of a defense once they take out those outer ones. And he's real close. He's got, a few seconds left. He's got 1 archer down there. He just ran out of time and buildings to take out with his little pick-off troops at the end there. But a very nice try by DP.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Town Hall 10 attacks is definitely we got a live attack. Barbin
is in live.
Jumped in. Yeah, let's see what Barbin is doing. Got the wizard.
Right. So we're in it a little late. It looks like he made a huge push with his hogs to lure the CC and take out a bunch of buildings. His queen goes down to the wizards in the CC, and the poison was ineffective because of where he placed it. It looks like he's salvaging it with the wizards, and then he's going to send an Asian wall of hogs. The queen went down, and the CC went down. So he's got a bunch of hogs and only 3 heals. Oh, there's a giant bomb. He's got to heal those. Oh, it's too high. So those hogs are needed to heal.
So he got a little bit of value out of that.
So he did all right on that heal. He could have been a bit better. He's got only looks like 1 hog left on the left. King's beating on it. All those defenses are beating on it. He's gonna have to use his last heal up here on the remaining hogs. It's looking like a 1-star.
Yeah,
that's a tough one for Ben.
Yeah,
but
it
nice
like
effort.
The big problem was that he missed his poison.
The CC went down, and then his queen went down too quick because he couldn't poison the CC. What you got to do is you got to either poison him and wait, or you got to lure him out and then poison him out there, or kill him with your kill squad. With the lack of the kill squad, I'd say he was trying to poison him, and he just dropped his king queen, and it was too early, and the troops didn't die.
15 wizards, a lot of wizards. Yeah, so I would say on this attack, I told Barbin that he probably wanted to try to bring a little less of the kill squad because everything in the CC was poisonable with the loon.
Right.
So, interesting to see when I go back and watch that, if that was on me or if that was on Ben. I'll check it out later in my own time. That might have been a problem on my part. Because I know Ben wanted to look lower, and I was like, well, probably easier if you just poison him on the move. So
yeah, exactly.
That might be my fault. You never know. It's something that you kind of have to practice if you're going to start poisoning on the move. So.
And Scotty is here in this chat. Welcome, Scotty.
Oh, I was like, he's in the chat? What? Okay, yeah. How's it going, Scotty? Who did Scotty hit this for, actually? Seeing how he's here. Might as well.
So Scotty is the king of attacking with heroes down.
Yeah.
Which is it's a valiant thing, but I can't do it. Better man than I.
He almost got 2 on 13. He got 48%. So let's watch that one for Scotty.
13.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 253.
All right. Okay.
You ready?
So this is the Chief Pat base. Let's start it at 253.
Oh, wait a second. We'll start at 259. 249.
Okay.
I started playing.
Okay, 249. All right, so he drops a giant and then 3 hogs to get into that cannon and get the lure. The lure is going real slow, but it looks like he's going to get all of it. And he's going to pull it over. Oh man, a Tesla popped outside to kind of ruin his chances of where he put that 1 minion, so he drops another. He's bringing all the CC troops over. The balloon is just sitting there because he's luring with a minion. So that's interesting to note. If you're going to lure your troops to a corner, if you're going to pull them out to a corner, if you use a minion, the balloon's just going to stand there doing nothing because a balloon can't target a minion. So he poisons the rest of the troops. There's only a balloon left, but let's see if it's going to make a difference in this raid. He ends up dropping his first 3 golems, and they're just beating on walls there. He starts to drop a couple wizards, and he's got all his golems out at this point. He's trying to make a nice wide funnel, but since there's pretty much a natural funnel on this base, he only has to take out a couple of the buildings. He's trying to break in here, and he ends up getting it in all 3 spots. So he's got his wizards in, and you'll notice he just has his queen, no king. So he drops the rest of his wizards. He drops a 2/2/3 out of the clan castle, and he drops a nice jump spell. His golems are doing some tanking, but it doesn't look like everything's going to get in there and do enough. He drops that the freeze, which it looked like was a little early because now his wizards are all getting targeted. So he drops a second freeze. His golemites are in the core tanking while his wizards try to take out those expos. His wizards end up jumping in, and so many wizards on the town hall, it goes down in a second. He's got a lot of troops in the core. They're doing some serious work. His queen is still up, taking out buildings on the outside. She's not even getting targeted because of that golemite. So at this point in the raid, it's looking pretty good. His queen finally starts to get targeted by a couple defenses, and he's going to have to go ahead and face her. He takes out that collector, and she's going out, which is good because all he needs is the percentage at this point. He drops that minion, and it's kind of a wasted minion because the queen was taking out that building anyway. And then the queen is going down quickly now, and he's got 2 minions on the gold storage, but one's definitely in range of the archer tower. So he's got 3 more minions left, and he drops them on the builder's hut, which is smart, trying to get the extra percentage here. He's got 46. There's a minion on the gold storage, a minion on the builder's hut, and now he's got 57. He's got 2 minions left. He probably could have dropped them on those builder's huts. He ends up dropping one by the cannon, and it gets taken out by an air bomb. He's got 1 pocket minion left in 11 seconds. His minions take out the gold storage down south. Maybe he didn't realize he dropped the last minion on the lab, but it's just too late, and he ends up with 8%. Very close attack, especially without a hero at Town Hall 10. It's very difficult, so good job, Scotty.
Yeah, I will say this, that Tesla that popped when he dropped a minion for the lore, that dead minion, I wonder if he had that minion, if he'd have dropped both minions up top to try to take out a builder hut.
Yeah, I think that definitely would have worked.
Taken out a little bit fast. So that Tesla kind of messed him up, so that was definitely a good adjustment and a very good shot for being down a hero.
Yeah, with a king, that's an easy 2-star.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so that's our fearless leader attacking.
See what else we got. We can watch Megatron on 19, or we can watch Drock on 16 or Megatron on 19. How about Megatron?
Okay. I'm gonna pause at 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
1 second.
He crushed the space. I remember watching this low.
So Megatron is, for those of you who don't know, his massive hammer. He happens to have 2 very high-level Town Hall 10 accounts.
Let me know when you're ready for me to start, Tim.
Yeah, I'm at 2 minutes 5 seconds. I'm ready.
All right, cool. Sorry.
So this base has great walls, only level 1 Infernos. He instantly drops his golems, one at the top, the dead west corner, and then one lower down the wall towards home plate. He drops another supplementing golem, and he drops a bunch of wall breakers and a P.E.K.K.A. Got 1 wizard and 1 witch going in there. It looks like the wall breakers did just everything but take out that lava wall. And then the golem ends up beating it in. So he's now trying to get the golem up top to go in, but he doesn't have any wall breakers. So it looks like the P.E.K.K.A. is going to go around the outside, which on some of these attacks is actually a good thing because it's just going to take out a bunch of percentage and tank for the wizards. So the CC comes out. He's got his king and queen going in towards the core. They're taking out the enemy hero, the enemy king, and the CC pretty quickly. He poisons the wizard, and he drops a nice jump spell there. So the P.E.K.K.A.s are now making quick work of what they got the compartments outside the town hall. He's got 1 in the center compartment. His freeze runs out, and he just drops a rage. And he's got his king, 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, and then his queen is sitting back, taking out buildings. The queen's going to sit back and take out the town hall here, while his P.E.K.K.A.s and king take out everything else. Now they're going to help, and it's going to go down extremely quickly. And you'll notice he's got the outside P.E.K.K.A.s just running around here, taking out percentage. And he's got 64% at this point. It's just absolutely crushed. Queen is still standing. His king is still standing. He's got 2 P.E.K.K.A.s left. A few wizards, some archers picking up extra percentage. His king finally goes down in the core. His king's stuck shooting a lava wall. Just a great attack, Megatron.
Yeah, it was very nice. And those P.E.K.K.A.s walking around the outside definitely pick up percentage real fast in a hurry. Because he had 50% before you even got the town hall down. So once you see that, you kind of know, like, hey, this is over. So yeah. It's a nice attack for sure. And he's got a golem left. I'm not going to wait for him to beat against the wall. Yeah. Alright.
He absolutely smashed that base. 77%.
Who else do we have here? Oh yeah.
Let's watch Hayden and T-Skits. They're on 10 and 11.
All right, why don't
And
you
we'll get
commentate
Mailman on
these?
12. Okay. So we're going to go to number 10 first. And this is T-Skits. T-Skits, as you can see, is one of our top Town Hall 10s. Got rather beefy heroes sitting at 30 and 31. And he's attacking a base that's got mostly zap walls. So he's going to come in from first base side over here, and he's going to drop 4 golems, a 5th golem up top. And he's going to let him beat against the wall for a little bit while he uses wizards to funnel and clean up some percent before he gets into the core. Nice rage spell on the wall breakers right there. He got him in real quick. He's a dragon in the CC, so he goes ahead and drops his poison and a jump spell down. He's already got his heroes in. Archer and wizards take out the dragon pretty quick. King took out the Archer Queen already. And stuff's making its way into the core. Still got a couple of golems on the outside that are tanking. So fortunately, they didn't walk inside the core, which is sometimes nice because they'll stand in front of your Archer Queen and take shots from defenses while she cleans up percentage. And the Pekkas that he had in the core already took down the Town Hall. So he's sitting at 42% already. And it's looking good. He just now used his Barb King ability, Archer Queen ability. He's still got in his back pocket. Still got quite a few golems sitting up, tanking for his wizards and such. And just now he used his Archer Queen ability, got his 50%. And now he's just dropping troops to pour salt in the wounds to get extra percentage. And gonna let the raid run out. It's always nice when you can do that, when you know you've gotten what you needed to out of a war attack. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. So great job by T-Skits coming in there and cleaning up a base for us. First go around. Got still alive. Always got a goal and beating against the wall. So we'll hop out of that. And then next up we have Hayden coming in at number 11. And Hayden's coming in with it's like a go wee wee. Gonna come in from the left side over here. Gonna drop 3 golems down in a nice wide spread. Wizards behind to clean up the funnel some. Looks like he lost some wall breakers to a mortar shot, so that probably hurt a little bit. So I will say this, I guess, is you want to keep your wall breakers away from splash defenses, mortars, and wizard towers, because they are basically the biggest threat to wall breakers and breaking in. But eventually his golems bang through the wall with the help from some witches. And as soon as they get through, he jump spell, rage spell, freeze spell. We got giants coming in out of the CC. And he's got his poison down on the enemy CC troops, it looks like. And he's just got a mess going in here at the core. That's a thing with Town Hall 10s. They tend to have a lot of action happening right in the middle of bases, and sometimes it's hard to tell what's happening. Looks like the enemy CC is still alive and is tearing up his golems pretty good. But he's got his Archer Queen taking out the Town Hall. And he dropped a couple of wizards on the outside to get some extra percentage. And now it's basically just cleanup. Got a golem in front of his Archer Queen. Still got the Archer Queen ability. So you can tell it's going to be a 2-star. Real nice. I guess he missed the poison in the clusterfuck that was the middle of Town Hall 10 during a war attack. But it didn't seem to affect his raid too much. And nice, easy 2-star by Hayden. Way to go, man.
Great attack.
Yeah. We're going to watch him soak up some last percentage points here. Archer Queen bangs against the zap wall. 6% by Hayden. And then we've got our local mailman coming in at number 12. Alright, let's see what mailman's going to do. Looks like he's probably looking to do a 3 golem go wide. Gonna
The
go ahead and
patented
play
mailman
this.
ground attack.
Oh, yeah. I see 2 golems down here between first and home. Lots of wall breakers at one time. And looks like the wizard tower took out this bottom group right here, as you see the bunch of ghosts floating there. So yeah, that's the one thing I'll say about your wall breakers, guys. If you can, aim them away from wizard towers. Wizard towers will disrespect your wall breakers in a hurry. He's jumping into the core. He's got his golems walking around up north.
Oh, the
So
freeze
that's
just
good.
misses that Inferno.
And yeah, he was a hair off with the freeze. He was trying to get both Expos and the Inferno Tower. It looked like he was a little bit off with that freeze, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Picking up a lot of percentage up north with those wizards following that golem. It's like everything in the core took down the town hall. Still got a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s up, and they just take out the Archer Queen. His Archer Queen is sitting over here just getting targeted by some point defenses now. Still has her ability left. It's at 45%. He got 3 wizards sitting in his back pocket that he's going to start to drop. And there's the 2-star. He's still got a whole golem left that's walking north toward this mortar. So that's always interesting to see. You know you wreck the base when you've already got the 2-star and you still got a golem at a half health walking around.
And his wizards are doing serious work on the sides there.
Oh yeah. That's how you clean up extra percentage for sure. So for any Town Hall 10s out there, when you're planning out your tax, you got to figure out where you're going to get your free percentage from. Because for the most part, getting into the Town Hall, you figure you can do that relatively easily with the Go Wipe. What makes it hard to get the 2-star is all the extra percentage once the stuff on the inside is died out. So Mailman saved a few wizards on the back end in case he needed them. Turned out he didn't, but it was a solid plan and something that you want to keep doing as a Town Hall 10.
Great attack by Mailman.
Yeah, so you figure it's going to take a while for those golems to die out. Nice 2-star for sure. Is there anyone else you need to get to? You can do Gandalf on 18.
Yeah, we can watch it.
See here.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in a minute 59. I'm going to talk about his army real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Looks like he's bringing 4 golems and 5 witches, so you figure Go Wee Wee might have a 5th golem in the clan castle, maybe a P.E.K.K.A.
I would bet wizards.
Really? Think so?
That's just my guess. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. So minute 59, we're gonna hit play. See what he does. So he's gonna drop his golems from home to
Just taking
first
out that
base.
whole wall.
Yeah, and plenty of wizards behind. And he's also already gonna drop his witches to help, I guess, clean up the trash real quick. He's got stuff up against the wall. Wall breakers in. Nice wall breakers on both sides. Opened up 2 big holes for his golems to walk through and spread out. And tank for all
This
those
big
defenses.
open compartment's going down.
Yeah, that's a bad thing at Town Hall 10. If you have a big open compartment smack in the middle of your base, most Town Hall 10s are going to go wipe. 2 nice freezes. Got both of the Inferno Towers. Got all his witches and stuff protected. Nice poison for the enemy CC. He even had some backup wall breakers that he didn't need, so he's just going to drop those and open up another hole. Drop a jump spell down. But yeah, he's already got 50% and the 2-star. Just by
Brush
coming
this
in from
base.
the bottom.
Great
Yeah,
attack
so
by Gandalf.
if you're making a Town Hall 10 war base, big wide open compartments, probably not a good idea.
He
I
just
wouldn't
absolutely
recommend
crushed this.
it. Yeah.
Look at all the troops he has left.
Yeah, no, it's sick. If he'd put the jump spell on the other side, he might have actually got more percentage too. Great. Well done, Mr. Wizard.
Very close to a 3-star, honestly.
Yeah. If you put the jump spell on the left side, he'd have got over there and they're pretty much a little bit quicker. He'd have potential to try it for sure.
I think so. So great attack by Gandalf.
Yeah, nice attack. Let that go to the end. Bam. Dodge.
That seems to be.
Yeah. This war was pretty much been over for a good moment now. Oh, somebody hit me again. Is that my 3rd defense?
Would you get 1-star, or someone hit you after that?
No. Oh, my 1-star. Okay. Well, I've been hit 3 times. I got 2 defenses. So, but yeah. Wonder 3-star 2. Yeah. Nice war. Nice war, everybody. So let's give a quick shout out to our 6-star people in war. They're currently in the running for our Battle Axe Award. We got Ricky Bobby with his 6 stars against number 30 and 25. You've got Jay Deasy with 6 stars against 28 and 27. We got RM coming in with 6 stars against 39 and 31. And was that it? And you got the Jagged Edge, our defenseless Town Hall 10, 6-star war against number 46 and 35. And then I would say Big Fry's probably also in the running for it with 4 stars against 2 of the top 10 Town Hall 10s. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Great war, L. And I guess next time that you see us, we will come back with a scout on our next war, probably sometime tomorrow. So I appreciate you all for stopping by.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys.